Alright, hopefully I have sound now. I think just gonna do a quick check here. Yeah, I have sound. Let's switch the overlays and get to the draft, which will be following live. Oh, exclamation mark map for the maps. We have cargo in the picking among other things, so that's nice. So they're now in the drafting process, it's going to be first one sieve and then one sieve and then two and two and two and two all the way. No bans because it's already 3, 6, 9, 18 sieves for each team, so that only leaves 3 sieves. We could have still had one ban, but I think it's fine to leave um, some options as well. If you had one ban in addition to this, it would be just one civilization left, not pickable, so to speak. So we have some classic Arabia sieves here. Mayans, Frank's Pocket, very likely for Arabia. The first map, by the way, is... Wait, it can't be Arabia, because the first map is Hidden Civ free pick for Arabia to compensate for the fact that we don't have enough civilizations for a best of 7 3v3. Regardless, we do have Serengeti and other land maps to go from, so obviously the combination Ethiopians, Mayans, flanks, and Frank's Pocket, or Vikings as a flank as well, even lacking numbering these days, is optimal for these open land maps. Not a whole lot of solid pocket civilizations yet for French Connection here. That's French Connection. This is Maulazi, 1500 to 1650 bracket. Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Saracens, Britons, snagging a lot of the good RLS sibs here to begin with. Tatars, Koreans, still no obvious pocket civilizations for French Connection here. I guess Tatars and Chinese could make decent pockets on the improper maps, but seeing as we have Franks here, they're really delaying the cavalry sim picks here. Mongols, Mangudai, cavalry archers, of course. Italians could be for enabled maps or hybrid maps. And finally, the first real solid cavalry pocket civilization here in the Magyars. Persians, another pocket. Lithuanians now snagged for Locksta's team here in the French Connection too. Obviously going to play the pocket role. I'd be surprised to see them anywhere else. Byzantines, nice all-round civ. They have a very open tech tree. They're lacking they're lacking bloodlines for their cavalry. But cheap camels, cheap trash units overall, like the skirmishers and pikemen and whatnot. Portuguese, possibly going to play the flank role here. Organguns might see play on close maps as well, so never say never. They have options, but more likely it's going to be for the naval place, of course. Malay. Right. Let's bring up the maps again just to refresh the maps situation here. So we will have 4 Lakes, Cargo Hideout, Cenotes, Serengeti, Desert Void. So there's actually not a lot of naval action here at all, but Malay obviously would make a good hideout civilization. Or Hans could be for 4 Lakes, I guess, for Loxas here. They have cheaper cavalry archers, and that map has a lot of hills. Or the fish boom, the general military production with Hans, just so fluent when you have a fish boom to boost it. Bohemians could also be a hideout pick. It's like they really shine on the more semi-closed maps. But Desert Void is easily closed as well, so that could certainly be an option. Reflect, just gonna get the water for my tea. As we have some more Sibs picked here, the Spanish. Possible hideout Civ as well, of course. Aztecs. Now we're getting, I mean, we're spending a lot of the civilizations now. So eventually we're going to have to pick the tougher ones, or the less common ones. Should we say that? Mer. Again for these semi-closed maps. Hello, Sean. Nice of you to stop by. I saw you did a defeated stream, so I guess the semi-final didn't quite go your way. Cool that I have a bronze final matchup though, so you get to fight for the third place as well. John Butler in the chat. Hello. Teutons. I mean, this is where they started, right? So I'm so surprised to see the pocket, aside from Franks and maybe Persians, to see the pocket civilization picked so late. Berbers, Indians, obvious pocket civs as well. Huns, arguably, as well. And humans. Hope I'll be at least able to give you guys the ability to say you lost to the third place best player in the tournament. Yeah, you got that. You got it. It's not something I will bring in as the achievement of my life, but yeah. Fight with dignity. Your only thing is that even if I had beaten you, Sean, I wouldn't have been able to play the semifinal until like around this time today. So probably I would have had to forfeit a potential semifinal anyway. That's not why I played. I lost, and that's not why I half-assed the last few games. But yeah, some work came up after I signed up, and I didn't even realize that the semi-final times were fixed until too late, or days at least. But it would have been awkward. I think I would just have had to tell the opponent that, you know, you better find a replacement because I can only play after 8 my local time. So yeah. Oh, the all others were American. Okay, I guess that would actually be to their advantage then. Yeah, maybe you're right. And then I had a day off tomorrow, so. That's actually good to know that I didn't sign up for a tournament I wouldn't be able to play the semi-final in. Oh, Sicilians, Malians, Turks, they're very late picks here. That doesn't mean they're not going to come into play earlier. First game is Hidden Civ free pick on Arabia, so we will probably see some mirrors there. Maybe Mayans Franks. Mayans Franks Britons for both teams, or some such, but we'll see. They'll hopefully pass me the lobby ID once they're ready to go. Burgundians as the last one for French Connection 2 here. Well, we'll just stick around now and wait for the lobby ID. And we have the ID. Perfect. No, I always click single player. I don't know why. Nice. This means we should be able... It says Serengeti, but that can't really be the the proper map. The first map is going to be Arabia. KOTD, Arabia. King of the Desert. No, wait. King. Battle of Africa, I mean. Not King of the Desert, but Battle of Africa. Let's have a look at the players. Here you should be able to see it with this overlay. We have only you at 1602. We have Max at 1654. And Loxtas, the captain, with 1605. And then we'll see what Mamlazi brings to the fight here. Just need to tell them that there's a small change to the script. There we go. They filled up the levels. They picked the colors as well. Athenaeus here with the 1549 Soup Man. It's just a wordplay on Zupaman or something. Zupaman Smurf. at 1503 and Harbu at 1620. So they are on average currently lower than the French Connection 2 team. That's not to say there's not going to be a good fight to come here. First game, Arabia, hidden civ, free pick, and then the drafted civs will be used from game 2 on whoever loses this game's home map. I guess they need a moment to decide on which civs to play and everything, so they're probably having an internal discussion as to what to play, even though we'll probably see Frank's pockets, we'll probably see at least Britain's flank, and then maybe Ethiopians or Mayans, but Britain's, Mayans, Franks would be my ultimate guess. Maybe some Indians counterpick from the other side potentially, but we'll see. Oh, oh, we lost it. Classic. Just have a look at spectating, and there's probably a delay anyway. So we'll wait in excitement here. There we go. No, why does this happen? Come on, come on. Oh, come on. Unless they restarted already due to some VV3. You know what? Let me just. There we go. Finally. Oh, so we didn't start yet. It means I could kick off Capture H as well. Frank's Britain's Mayans versus Frank's Britain's Ethiopians. Hidden Civ repick right here. And I guess we'll kind of have to favor the Mayans pick here. Banstenak. Is Potato Superman playing? Yeah, Superman. By the looks of it. Hello, Banstenak. Let's see if we get the game running on Capture H here as well. Here we go. We need to set the scoreboard here. 30 fighters, 1500, 1650. Final. Best 7. Mamlazi. That's it. I don't know why I am fast forwarding, but I guess I'm just catching up. Capture H is catching up with the live here. For the sake of clarity and distinguishing the colors here, let's give Athenaeus the purple here in the pocket. It makes it easier to tell the difference between green and yellow between the pockets. That can be a bit iffy sometimes. So let's just go right to it here. We're 1 minute. This is live. We are 2 minutes in, approximately here. And let's start introducing Mamla's side here. The first game, because we don't have enough civilizations to draft for a full best of 7, the first game is Hidden Civ Pre-Pick. After which, when they go move on to the home maps, there has been a Civ draft for the remaining potential 6 games. So we have Haru here with the Mayans. Classic flank pick on open maps, and especially Arabia, of course. Starting with one extra villager, having to take Loom right away. But great economic bonus in the fact that resources last 15% longer, and that the archers are 10, 15, 10, 20, and 30% cheaper in the feudal castle and imperial ages. Unique technology for the Eagle Warriors, Elite Eagle Warriors for Mayans as well. The El Dorado giving 40 hit points boost. So Eagles could come into play at some point. Not too commonly seen in team games though, because you have the pocket playing the raiding cavalry role. Speaking of pocket, in the pocket position we have Athenaeus here with the Franks. Franks have fantastic economy, they get the farm upgrades instantly, they get berries, 15% faster foraging I think in the feudal age as well, and we'll probably go scouts into knights here because the cavalry of the Franks get plus 20% hit points starting in the feudal age, applying to both scouts and knights. So, oh, we have this stupid anniversary worlds, we need to fix that later, but I'll make sure to disable them. So the scouts will be looking funny for this first game. Left side we have Superman with the Britons. One of the go-to archer civilizations. Team bonus, 20% faster working ranges. And obviously going to benefit the Mayans here as well. With that bonus. Ooh, took some HP loss here to the enemy scout perhaps. Doesn't look like we have any laming here just yet. Britain's extra range, +1 range in the Cast Age, another +1 range in the Imperial Age. So effectively outranging Mangonels in the Cast Age already with 1 more range. And in the Imperial Age, or rather in the Cast Age, you could get a Cast Age tech called Yeoman as well, which gives another +1 range for the archers. That one's usually seen in a very late game, if at all, though. So in the very late game with the Britons, you could be sitting with 5 + 6 range arbalests, 3 more range than generic arbalests. Just confirming I'm live, that's the case. So as far as strategies go here, infantry aggression is always an option from the flanks. You could go for a drush, a pre-mill drush. Doesn't look like any of the flanks are doing that, but here we have the barracks going up for Max here. Max is still in the Dark Age, but is taking Loom now at 22 pop. It could be 22 pop men-at-arms, but seeing as blue is going to gold right now, it's Ethiopians actually, so it could still be the men-at-arms. Ethiopians have faster firing archers, and they are granted 100 food, 100 gold upon reaching the next age. Militia in the queue. I guess this is going to be the men-at-arms. 22 pop men-at-arms, not too commonly seen in team games because it's so common to go for straight archers. And even at low populations like 21 pop in team games. 3 to gold here for Haru. I think Haru will hold off the men-at-arms just fine here with the Mayans, because Haru is going up as well at 22 pop here, with only 3 seconds idle time. So that's effectively with the same population as Max, but beating him to the feudal age because of that extra starting villagers that the Mayans get. Haru has been scouting here, seeing the gold investment. This isn't necessarily a giveaway with the Ethiopians though, because of that extra starting gold. This fight is easily won for the Eagle Scout. However, Haru needs to scout this barracks and see what's happening here. Okay, top side. 2 scouts here, Mamlasi working together with their starting scouts to delay. Only use barracks here, I think. And a bit of a scout run in, but only you can not take this fight. It's too weak compared to the other one. Double ranges for both players on the other side here. Obviously, Britons will have the wait, are they both Britons actually? Yeah, so no edge for either player here. They have equally fast producing ranges. 3 on gold for only you though, so maybe only you will be have an easier time keeping the production consistent here. Here's a scout from Logstars as well. So green pocket scout here joining in with the efforts to chase away the starting scout on purple. Let's see how the men-at-arms are doing. They're currently just pounding away at walls over here at Haru's side. And Haru will just place another layer of wall behind here. No damage taken. Still only at 3 seconds idle TC time. These guys are 1500 plus players, all of them. So expect the idle TC times early on to be on the lower end of the spectrum here. This seems a bit risky for Haru here if Max spots it, but obviously Max needs to spot that Haru is long distance hunting here. This could easily be a couple of dead builders if Max is scouting some points. Max, however, has the scout out of position here and won't be able to see that there's some long distance hunting going on here. Ooh, late cheap laming here, I guess. Found some to the top side here to bring home. Archer's situation looks comparable between the Britain's players here, and however, archery range is idling now for orange, while teal, having gone to gold with more villagers earlier, keeps up here and gathering up with scouts presumably as well, using tracking the movement of Athenais here. No advantage other than potentially the numbers here for the green player. Has another scout in production here, but this is a 2 vs 1 situation where green will tank some hit points, maybe needlessly here. Here comes another scout in here. And I think, do we still have that? No, the men-at-arms have been dealt with. Haru not taking any losses here. No villagers killed so far this game. Oh, that's the first villager. Actually, Max has lost a villager to Haru's forward archers here. Is being forced a tower here. Good aggression by Haru now. That's 1. Probably going to be 2 villagers, maybe more. Splitting up the archers here as well. And since Max opened with the men-at-arms, that double range archers production, it's slower than Haru going straight for the archers. 3 villagers killed by Haru now. Great aggression. Forcing Max into skirmishes here, something you never want to do as the Ethiopians, obviously, because you have faster firing archers yourself. And should always want to play the archers. I guess the frag scouts, no, pocket scouts not joining in here. They are needed in the 2 vs 1 over here. So French Connection, they're not in the prettiest spot right now. Look at the scout production. It's going all crazy with the scouts here in purple here. 11 scouts and counting. Actually, they're both matching scouts numbers here. Extended long feudal here. Skirmishers chase Haru's forces away, but at the cost of 3 villagers' life and a tower on the main gold of Max here. So good defensive measures, good work not to lose more than 3 villagers to these offensives, but still huge losses comparing to Haru's 21 seconds of idle time being lower than Max as well. So Haru definitely establishing a lead over the other flank on the right hand side here. And this is developing into a 1 vs 1 on this side, while the pockets and flanks on the left hand side will join forces and battle it out over here. Look at the production, very consistent production from both flanks here, stopping a little bit here and there, but generally speaking, the scouts' numbers are completely mirrored here, the archers as well. Britain's mirror, Frank's mirror, mirrored civilizations all over here because it's the first game. Hidden Civ, free pick. Let's see who has the better micro here. No upgrades for the scouts for... Wait! At the nice has the defense upgrade. That's huge, actually, in the equal numbers here. Or almost equal numbers. Did lose some scouts, yes. But that extra defense means... That's an extra Pierce armor, right? Or that's one Pierce armor, whereas Lockstas doesn't have any. So even if Lockstas in the green here has more scouts, that plus defense is helping out a lot. Trying to debate the scouts and archers over here now to the hill, but obviously they're not going to allow that to happen. What's up over here? Haru mixed in skirmishes as well, not expecting any pocket scouts to show up on this side. That goes for both players. The big fight is obviously going on the other side here. French connection. They are down by small numbers of military here, nothing too crazy. And obviously neither team wants to take any fights they can't win. If you trade evenly, that's never a scenario you want to risk your armies for. Either you want to be trading better so that the opponent loses more units than yourself, obviously. And General KD here is very much positive for only you here with the Britons. Even though the numbers are comparing here. But look at Mamlasi's progression here. They're all going to the Castle Age, while only you and Max, both flags, are stuck in the Feudal Age for the time being. And here they break through as well. Mamlasi could do great damage here on only you's side. Good quick walls here, funneling the aggression in towards the TC, but the scouts, they just run past. The issue, of course, being, oh, they're splitting up. This is bad. This is bad. +1 defense is in for Lockstas here. He's going to chase these archers with those upgraded scouts. The archers' numbers of only you being pulled back here as well. I guess they'll be able to escape. The most important thing here is to preserve the archers' mass. And Superman actually took some losses there, falling slightly behind the Britain's player only you here. However, huge head start to the crossbows. Pulling the archers away now, pending the crossbow upgrade. Same thing for the Britain's teal player here, of course, wants to preserve the archer mass. 31 archers to 27, while on the right-hand side, Haru is with crossbows, and Max just clicked the next stage here. Max only with 7 skirmishers, 2 archers. Max could die here, honestly. There's not any help to be had from Pocket just yet. Lockstas just started producing knights, and look at all the losses here. 5 builders down now for Max. Haru decides not to camp the tower, but to move further in, sacrifice this group of crossbows for as many builder skills as possible. Second armor in for the crossbows as well. Always a useful one to have, but this range is amazing. Athena is lost to scouts as well, yeah, that's true. But Castle Age is on the way in here. Oi, 10, 11 builders for Max here. This is going to be so tough to recover from. Looks like Purple is staying 1 TC here, while Lockstas immediately dropped the second one to secure the gold here. And chasing down some archers here as well. Crossbows, sorry. Superman losing yet another few crossbows here. So there's still the comeback potential for French Connection here. They are with 3 ranges producing for only you over here, and the archer mass safe from enemy aggression for now. However, Yiko KD, Mamlasi massively ahead in builders now, I should say, because they are have been killing more builders. Oh, I mean, look at the kill count of these crossbows. They're at they're at 11, 12 kills here. These crossbows, they've served their purpose. Haru here benefiting from the Britain's faster working ranges bonus will. Who is actually just now dropping the second range? No, third range. Sorry, that's the third range. I'm getting blinded here. But yeah, I should have an easy time replenishing the numbers. 12 crossbows to 14 military total for Max here. While Superman goes for a second town center to secure more gold over here as well. Good call, I think. Dangerous crossbow mass from only you here. French Connexion are taking the lead here now. University Foundation going up here, probably for ballistics. Looks like Superman will be able to get a little bit of a hill advantage here, but he's also fighting underneath tower fire. Quite a decent chunk of pocket cavalry here. 16 knights for purple as opposed to the 15 of Lockstas, but Lockstas is over here and trying to get some raids in on Haru because we need to cripple Alliance production here as well after Haru lost the initial crossbow mass in Max's base. I think all you is taking good trades here in this 1 versus 2 situation. Keeps the crossbow mass at 33 here. Gold situation. Did lose a lot of builders though, so French Connexion, they are establishing a solid military lead, but they're also falling behind in economy, which is bad news for the late game progression. Ooh, that's a far out TC for green purple here. Seems risky, but currently they have the momentum, of course, they've been pushing. And most of the action is going down over here as well, forcing Haru to defend against the 2 vs 1. Out and ice is needed over here now. So Mamlas is certainly on the back foot here now. Behind this though, Superman or Antonice, they haven't lost a single builder. Lockstas, the only player, well, losing only 1 builder here, nothing too significant. 62 builders for the green pocket as opposed to the purple one. 51 builders here with the extended 1 TC play, but it seems to be benefiting the Knights production numbers here to keep up with Lockstas, arguably with stronger economy here, setting up for the later game here now. Huge massive armies now to punish the expansion of Superman over here. Crossbow masses would go down. I guess he could garrison and inside the TC and hop out on the other side. But yeah, this group of crossbows. Obviously the Knights will take some HP losses here, but trading numbers like this is just perfect for French Connexion here. 9 crossbows only for Superman here, struggling to keep the numbers. So Haru now with 22 crossbows. Production not too consistent here. Might be struggling for gold because he did get pushed off the main gold for a bit there. Tried a stone wall to block some pathing, but he has a TC on the side here now, so did salvage some gold access here. But look at the push now on Superman now going to take some heavy losses here. 4 villagers killed earlier, but now losing 7 of them. Ballistics on the way for only you. That's going to have the crossbows fire more accurately as well. Especially with regard to moving targets. So now there's a 2 vs 1 on this side. 2 groups of crossbows here. The crossbow numbers of only you is off the charts here. Really doing a good work at keeping those numbers pumping out. Max only with 7 crossbows here, falling victim to some lousy pressure down here, but both of the flanks taking heavy beatings here now, and I'm not sure which team to favor now. Look at the army numbers, look at the populations here, they're almost dead even. Villager population. It's all about who can do the most damage here now and who can secure the corners for late game trade as well. We are at minute 32. They're not going to run out of gold just yet, but they need to start thinking about securing a trade route, and that's certainly still an option for both sides here. I am concerned about the teal crossbow mass though, having a larger crossbow mass than both the other 2 flanks combined here. And Max now with triple ranges producing as well. Defensive castle close to home economy. That's a nice castle, covering lots of farm economy, covering the gold. And neglecting any crossbow entry to this side. Haru keeps the push going here with rams and whatnot, but the crossbow mass is at 35 now. Looks like a more consistent economy and boom from Dogstas in the green here. 4th TC going up, villager population at 93 now compared to the 68 of Athens. This is good news for the late game for French Connection here. They're establishing a villager and equal lead here now, which will be so important to replenish units once lost. Mangonel defense shouldn't work against the Britons, but Superman gets a good hit in there before losing the Mangonel to Britain's longer range crossbows here. 5+3 range for the crossbows. Oh, we have a pause. Could be lag issues, could be other reasons. We'll just have to wait around and hope they don't pause for too long, because then it's going to mess up for us. So while they're paused, we have a player in the middle here. Looks like Logstas is going to take a hit here. I think it's a good move to hit the pocket now. Look at the cavalry, it's mainly over here. It's pulling them back though. And the 2 versus 1 could be tough for Logstas to hold here, but he's also established a 21 villagers lead over the opposing pocket. No wheelbarrow though, that's one that Athenais has in, so the farm eco could be more fluent or better for green here, but not the... not disaster, obviously. Here we go. They paused for some lag. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually feeling the lag as well. Oh, it's open! There's a hole. Back home with the knights, though. Not a too scary mass of Haru's crossbows here, but they still need to be dealt with here. Otherwise, they'll just hit and run and damage a lot of Logstas knights here. 31 knights to 33. Pocket numbers consistent here. Haru with the... Oh, but it's going Imperial Age. 38 crossbows, but some of them are forward and are about to become... will be going down to the cavalry masses here. I'm not sure if Mamlasi is getting a good trade or not here. Looks like Logstas is trading well with the unit mass here. Wheelbarrow coming in as well, as we can see. The resources nowhere near any Imperial Age transition for either of the pockets. So the only player here going to the Imperial Age is Haru with the Mayans, and that's a huge lead to the Arbalest power spike for the red flank here. That doesn't help the top side though, where only you is still pushing. It's developing into a 1 vs 1 on this side now. Mangonel pushing, crossbows pushing, still keeping those numbers consistent and high while keeping production up. And 1 TC still for only you, but what does that matter when you can punish enemy economy this match? Look at that, 48 villagers dead for the orange player here, 40 villagers to 53. Mayan privilege in action indeed. 47 crossbows for Haru, that's the faster creating crossbows and the Mayans discount coming into play here. So easy to replenish the numbers for the Mayans here without it impacting the transition to the next stage. Bracer, crossbow, and Arbalest. No, Bracer, chemistry, and Arbalest coming in at the same time here. That's just ridiculous to be able to afford all of that the second you reach Imperial Age. Easy trade here for Haru. Arbalest clean up that, no surprise there, and Haru is left with 29 arms, so I guess that was a worthwhile fight for Max, and surely some of the crossbows that could have become Arbalest went down over here as well. Top side, looks like only you is pulling back the push for a bit here, maybe pending a... Nah, we're not going to see Imperial Age just yet. We have Imperial Age on the way for Max though. Max taking heavy losses early on here. But managing to recover here, nice defensive castle, 2 TCs producing 79 villagers going Imperial Age, and now only missing the crucial crossbow mass. Haru is going into Captram here, Ethiopians do get, Mayans get Siege Ram as well. And obviously Ethiopians get that too, but Haru definitely with momentum here now. Captram is in, he's sending them in front of the Arbalests, which means that any archers of Max will automatically target the closest unit, the rams, unless you focus fire. And oh, look at that cheeky forward TC! Haru is going right out here to claim Max's gold. Haru is competent now. Easily competent. Does he have Stone for a castle as well? Not really. So we're not going to see any forward castle from Haru here and the Trebs, but what difference does that make when you can pump out some ramp and maybe eventually get to siege ramp as well? Production building is going down for Max, that is crucial as well. If Max needs to replenish those, that means delayed crossbows production and fewer crossbows to benefit from the Arbalest upgrade. Topside, Superman is pushing back here. So now Mamlasi are pushing on both sides of the map here. And yeah, these ranges stay unbuilt for now, so only you is going to... Oh, wait, what happened to crossbow mass? Must have been some huge engagement here that I missed. There's actually only 5 crossbows now for only you. And Knights raiding the economy as well. Mamlas is definitely within momentum now. They are leaving the green pocket unattended though. And now 24 Knights to become Cavalier and eventually Paladin for Lockstas here. And yeah, economy supporting the first few upgrades, I'd assume. Pacifying Ethiopian's crossbows here and contesting the Mayans' mass to some extent here now. Haru with bigger numbers. And I guess this this cheeky forward TC actually provides a point of refuge for the armless as well against enemy ranged fire. So a good, decent substitute for a forward castle there, even though you can't make trap from the TT. Here we go with the... yeah, they're pausing for lag again, I think. Haru... I think that was the crossbows that were over here hiding in the woods and moved over to the other side. I love when they think about doing that, moving some of their armies over to aid on one side. If not just for raiding purposes. This is just a small group that wouldn't make a huge difference on the other side, but they're getting some trades here and forcing a reaction from only you at home base here. 8 crossbows only for only you. Stuck in the cast stage, stuck with 1 DC. Here comes the forward castle for Superman, and Superman somehow held the massive military pressure from only you with a stronger economy in 2 TCs rather than 1, and now is all in on the forward here. However, Lockstas will have Cavalier, he has plate guarding armor in, might be able to make a difference here. There's a bit of a spec delay, yes. There's 3 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm not sure. Lockstas is streaming his point of view though, but please, no spoilers. No sign of an Imperial Age here for Superman, but Superman a devastating number compared to the other Britain's player here now. Bozo coming in for Max at this point. That said something about the early pressure that was applied here. Siege-Ram is in for Harudo, tanking, or not really tanking Hourglass fire here, but forcing Max to constantly focus fire here, which allows Haru to get some good trades in here. And he's attacking the Siege-Rams are attacking the Hourglass. That's hilarious. Where's Athena? Athena is, you mean? I don't know. Not here to help, that's for sure. I guess they want Britons out of the game so as not to have to be up against longer range crossbows. Actually, eliminating the Britons in this matchup here gives huge advantage for Mamlasi because they don't have to deal with that extra Britons range. Imperial Age is in for purple as well, now Cavalier, but no plate guarding armor, so the economy must be suffering a little bit here for Athenice, for bigger Knights numbers, of course. Look at the Cavalier count of Lockstas here, maybe French Connection can still turn this around. Lockstas has 5 TCs, in fact it should show in the stats here, and on the minimap these are TCs. So a bigger boom for the green player by far, and should have a healthier economy leading into the late game. See the corner as well. They're about to establish trade down here and snag some of the relics. So definitely still comeback potential for French Connexion here. They have the military momentum. They are just tiny bit behind in villagers here, all things considered. And here are with the overall KD. Ooh. Alright, French Connection ready to push back, 35 Ethiopians are less, Haru more or less matching these numbers, but the Cavalier count and... no, not upgrades. The Cavalier count is ahead for Loxtas. He just got Chivalry as well. There's no castle for Athenais, so Athenais will not be able to get Chivalry. Chivalry boosting the French stable production speed by 40%, so... Loxtas will have a huge advantage leading into the, when it comes to replenishing army numbers. It's going into a bit of light cap, maybe going low on gold. Not just yet, but just to keep those stables pumping. And of course they are establishing trade as well. We'll see the trade stats here as it gets going. Mamlasi are trading as well. But now they're finding themselves subject to heavy aggression at home base here. And remember, Athenais, yes, producing out lots of stables, but Loxtas already has Chivalry in and will be producing more quickly. Big fight here. I think Haru is trading away the Arbalesters here, being focused on by Loxtas' Cavalier as well. French Connection now with a massive military lead, 117 military to 25. Mamlasi are going to have the hold of a lifetime here now to keep up with this. And look at the production queue for... I mean, it's light cap, but it's still army just entering the field for raiding purposes. Some Cavalier over here from Loxtas is playing out of his mind here from the pocket position here. And with Franks. He's everywhere. Just needs to consider raiding Athenais here. Athenais here with the castle going up close or on the hill here to limit, to secure some map positioning here to fall back on. More stables going up as well to keep pumping at army. 151 villagers. Athenais certainly not forgetting to produce villagers here, but that leaves less space for military units as well. And gold is about to become an issue as well. They need to get the trade rolling here, Mamlasi, to keep the military production rolling. Loxtas with raids up here, and they're keeping pressure up on the Mayans player as well. Still castle age for both. No, not for both, actually. Britain's only you going to the Imperial Age here, which means trebuchets and bye-bye forward castle from Superman. I'm liking French Connection's position a lot here now. They have 3 times the military now. 2.5 times the military of Mamlasi here, and they have established an economy lead as well through the raids. They've been killing lots and lots of villagers now. Forward castle from Max. Imperial Age is in, so trebuchets will come into play here as well. He already has 1 out. No defensive castle for Haru. Haru is going to be raided to death here with the combination of Cavaliers, now Paladins for Loxtas here, and I think that might just be the game-ending move here, because French Connection, they have such a military momentum here now. They don't even need to raid the trade yet. It's only 6 trade cards for Athenais here, and there's the GG. First game goes to French Connection. GG well played to both. We'll be going to French Connection's, Mamlasi's home map for the next game. So, we're going to Cenotes, Serengeti, or Desert Void for Mamlasi. So they clearly like the open maps more. Let me split this one into separate graphs for some clarity here. It's a mess in 3v3, but Chivalry, as we can see, for Logstas here. Better boom, simply better economy than the opposing pocket here, although Tonice ended up with more builders in the end. The overall flow, especially the early Imperial Age, made a huge difference there from the pocket position. Would never have seen. I thought Max was dead. He lost 11 builders in late feudal, early cast age total. A few early feudal age as well, but he recovered nicely with the Ethiopians here. So kudos to his teammates for keeping the pressure up on the other side, allowing Max to recover and get back into the game to work towards pushing Haru, the Mayans player, away. We'll have a quick look at the APM charts here as well. And then we'll just wait in anticipation for the first home map. I think we have it. Or... Yep, we have it. And the map seems to be... Oh, we're not gonna host, we're gonna find the lobby. Hmm. French is on the higher rated team on average here when we look at the numbers. Looks like it's Serengeti, so let's have a look at the draft before they launch the game here. Serengeti plays out somewhat similarly to Arabia, so wouldn't be completely discouraging Franks again, I guess. But then again, Magyars would make more sense on Serengeti because of the map being harder to wall and scouts. That early attack on the scouts could prove beneficial, and of course they have the cavalry archers fully upgraded as an option as compared to the Franks not really having that. Persians, Cumans, they're all good pocket civs here that could come to mind. Maybe even waste poles for this one and try to end it in the castle age. As far as flanks go, they could of course try hard with Ethiopians, Mayans again or some such. They don't have Britons for this one. Logstas team has Britons. Don't know if they would want to waste that for the first enemy home map though. Maybe you'd rather see something like... Who had Mongols here? Who has Mongols? I am complete and utterly blind here, but there we go. Alright, so Serengeti, I'd say Mongols. And since we don't really have any naval maps, maybe actually Portuguese flank. Unless that's for Desert Void, that might be for Desert Void for the Feitoria potential. Alright, so Mongols, Mayans, Ethiopians. And as for Logstas team, no, not Mongols, they need a pocket sieve. Magyars, Mongols, Ethiopians perhaps. And maybe Burgundians, Byzantines, Saracens for no Burgundians, Byzantines, Vietnamese just to pick some random flank style civs for 2v3. For French connection here, we'll see if they've got it sorted, and if I got everything wrong here, that could of course be. Here we go. Britons, Vietnamese, Berbers, Vikings, Magyars, Ethiopians. No Mongols. No Mongols. Which honestly surprises me a bit here. But here we go. I think we've caught up with the live. So let's have a look at the Sims then. French connection up 1-0 here for this one. And they are fighting with the advantage, of course. Serengeti is Arabia-like in the playstyle, but I guess Mamlasi know what they're doing. It's their home map after all, and now they get to use their drafted Sims and play into strengths and weaknesses. It's the mind games of picking civilizations here. Atanais playing the pocket again, so at least I got Magyars right here. And yeah, Magyars get melee upgrades instantly upon reaching the next age. So that's essentially a free upgrade and saves them some resources as well. However, they don't have a Dark Age economy bonus. Once they reach the Feudal Age, the scouts are a bit cheaper. I think it's 15%. And should the opportunity arise during the game, Magyars have fully upgraded cavalry archers as well with another unique technology, further strengthening their stats. Superman with the Ethiopians, top side here, faster firing archers, instant 100 food, 100 gold upon reaching the next age, and the only civilization in the game with access to all of the siege weapons in the tech tree. There's Haru with the Vikings over here. They don't have any restarts, so that is correct. Maybe they feel not happy with the maps or something. It's only restart if the map is bugged, and that doesn't seem to be the case here. Unless they're missing some gold or anything. Haru here with the Vikings. So Vikings have lost Thumbring. That's, in my opinion, a big nerf to their team gameplay, not having Thumbring to take better trades against cavalry with the archers line, but there's obviously still a strong civilization. They get wheelbarrow and handcart instantly upon reaching the feudal and gas ages. Amazing economic bonus to boost their income of all resources. Alright, let's have a look at French Connexion's side here. Lockstas in the pocket again here, seems to be their designated pocket player, and I guess we're staying with the mods because I forget to change them. But here we are. Lockstas, faster, no, not faster, cheaper cavalry for the Berbers. It's 15% discount on all cavalry units in the castle age for Berbers, and 20% discount in the Imperial Age. So obviously Berbers will favor playing heavy Castle Age, but I think they also picked Berbers here anticipating a Mongols pick from Mamlasi. And you could argue that Berbers counter Magyars as well, with their access to heavy camels and camel archer from the castle in the case that the Magyars goes for cav archers, but I think they might have had Mongols in mind from the opposing team now picking the Berbers here. Max with the Vietnamese here, 20% archery range units hit points boost. So Vietnamese archers will have 36 hit points rather than the generic 30. Also a civilization bonus being that you get to see the enemy's starting locations. So from the very get-go, Max knows that he will be up against Ethiopians, and his teammate will be up against the Vikings. Looks like Haru is on a scouting trip here. We'll find a loomed villager here, so that's not going to fly in terms of sniping villagers here, but gathering some important scouting intel, and this is the Britons, by the way. Only you playing Britons, like the previous game here on Arabia, so we'll have faster working archery ranges again. And judging from the performance the previous game, only you might play the extended 1 TC again here, even though Serengeti is a bit harder to wall and secure. Well, let's have a little look at the players scouting. I guess most of them are just pushing the rear. Luxas actually moving forward to see what Atalais is up to here. Seeing this second lumber camp or the numbers of wood, he will confirm, of course, that the opponent is going up to the next age. The idle TC time is lower for Lockstas, and with the similar population up here, they're all going up at 20, except for Max with the 21 pop, 22 pop, 21 pop here, except for Max going up at 22 pop here. So it's going to be a nice and early start for everyone. That's partly due to the food boost you get from the zebras as well, saving wood, delaying farms rather than and pushing in the hunt, rather than starting farming to boost your food economy in the early feudal age. So it makes it a lot easier to go up earlier, because hunt collects more efficiently as well than compared to berries and all that stuff. Haru scouts only use side here and finds the Britain's player with 3 on gold. No surprise there. The teal player is going straight for the double range, presumably. Haru, will I be mirroring that? It's 1 range for now. And no infantry openings this game like the previous one, as only you takes a little bit of a hit there, but also idles 4 of Haru's builders, so with that in mind, that's actually a decent trade. Again, coordinating the starting scouts here from Atanais and Haru, and considering the extra attack on the Magyar scouts as well, this is a good engagement from Mamlazi here. They are going to snipe 2 villagers, no less, from only you here, so setting back the teal Britain's player quite a bit earlier, forcing these small walls on the woodline as well, but the way only you is walling here, this woodline is still arguably efficient enough. Little poke over here. Let's see what's going on the other side here. Blacksmith going up for Max here, has 2 ranges producing the archers. Did not move out yet, doesn't really need to scout Superman's either as the Ethiopians. They will be going for the archers. I guess they're both going double ranges here. That should be a big surprise. 4 ranges, 4 archers to 2, so Superman with a more consistent early production here. The Ethiopians bonus resources upon reaching the next stage, helping that production, early production as well, of course. Scouts everywhere here. The Berber scouts, they are generic in this sense, no upgrades for them, so better attack for Atanais here. Neither Pocket Civilization with any Dark Age bonus. Double stables for Atanais here, not messing around here. Double stable feudal action here, and unfortunately 1 scout getting trapped in the woodline here. Hate it when that happens. But yeah, eventually when you have enough houses, I guess you could delete that and release it, but oh, that's the setback of placing production buildings right next to woodlines like this, forming part of the wall. So I'd expect the Magyars player to go heavy on the feudal age and on the scouts here, maybe even get upgrades and defense and bloodlines here for them. However, Berbers shouldn't want to match that. Lockstas is walling up at home here and will most likely be aiming for a quicker feudal age here. Hello, UUX899, cheering for Mamlazi. We're only at the second game here, so anything can happen. Only you keeping the archers defensively here and outmatching Haru's archer numbers by the small margins here. They have similar upgrades as well, whereas Max has attack and defense in already. And the Mamlasia are having lag issues. That is unfortunate. Never fun to play the archers, especially the micro-intensive units if you're facing lag issues. And even more unfair if you are the only player experiencing it. Looks like a 2 vs 2 situation developing down here. Magyars with 9 scouts total here, so should trade very well against the Berbers here, considering the +1 attack as well that Magyars get instantly. A little bit of a hill bonus here for only you with the Britons, also still outnumbering Haru's archers here. And the scouts running in between here, forcing an engagement, of course. What's the overall situation? Kills on the higher end for French Connection here. Good trades, I guess, and dealing with the Magyar scouts nicely. Of course, the scouts getting the attack doesn't mean they won't withstand archer fire any better. 3 Wielders lead for Mamlasi. That's due to the eco kills on the use side mainly. They've been quite consistent here with the low idle time with only you and the lights with the little bit higher idle time than the rest, but nothing too crazy here. Topside Superman here is taking the hill with the faster firing Ethiopians archers, and as you can see, Max has mixed in a couple of skirmishers here as well, and being the Vietnamese, these skirmishers also have extra hit points. So comparing the masses here, 17 to 14 military here, but the HP almost similar here because of that Vietnamese hit points bonus, and Max is just going to go right for it here. He's going to look for damage on the purple side here. I don't think he can... Oh, that's a hole. That's a hole. So if Superman doesn't see this, that's a shortcut for Max's archers to move in there. That is indeed a hole. It's just gonna... Okay, nice spot by Superman here. Could still break through the house, especially since it now has negative armor. And Max will find his way in, forcing Superman to bring all the armies back home. Looks like a good engagement for Athenais here, getting some trades with the scouts here. Not going to see any castle age anytime soon though. Lockstas doing what Berbers should do here and get to the castle age well ahead of the opposing pocket, seeing the... I guess Lockstas scouted the double stables of the Magyars as well, maybe not. Maybe the overall numbers were kind of a giveaway though. Will Lockstas see the second... think here, if Lockstas sees the second stable here, he might actually be confused and think that Athenais is on the way up, but that's not quite the case though. Let's see the archers here, how they trade against Superman. Max managing to get 3 Wilder kills on what I presume is the midline here, while the rest of French Connection are making life difficult for Athenais in the pocket spot here. I'm sort of expecting to see an extended 1 TC play here from Lockstas with the Berbers, because 21 farms here, 3rd stable going up as well. Will need to task more on gold to keep up production, but looking at the current disposition and production, huge head start to the Knights production for Lockstas. Now he's dropping the 2nd TC right away, actually, making use of that lead in other ways. Oh, that's a hole, actually. Probably something he'll spot and plug later on here. Crossbows are in for Max over here, and will trade to the best of his ability against Ethiopian's units here, but that's a fight that Max is bound to lose, of course. However, benefiting from the Britain's bonus, it's going to be rather smooth for Max to replenish the armies here, regardless. There's the gas for only you with the Britons as well. What's the situation over here? 23 archers to become crossbows here. Where are the... Yeah, I can't even see where the archers are going down. But good aggression from French Connection here now. They are keeping Superman at their tiptoes here. And look at the villager kills as well. It's an amazing value from the forward crossbow. So Max is just trading the outnumbered masses of crossbows here. He's outplaying Superman here, unfortunately, in terms of eco damage and getting amazing value from these crossbows. Look at the kill count here. 21 units killed by these smaller group of crossbows compared to Superman's numbers here. And Superman has to clean this up before counter-attacking. And since the pocket got hit as well, and just now on the way to the castle for Athenice, it's also going to be awkward for Athenice to get any raids in because there are only 2 scouts. And very little scouting intel here for the orange player. So, realizing that Max is doing alright in the 1v1 versus Superman on the top side here, French Connection decided to double down on the Vikings player here, so they want to cripple Haru yet again here now. Haru hasn't lost a single villager this game, has that Vikings economy to back whatever is going on, has the siege workshop up here, but he is up against Britain's crossbows again here, and will have to give it lucky to get any significant mangonel shots in here against the 5+3 range Britain's crossbows. Oh, 19 knights already for Lockstas here. That's an incredible lead to numbers. +2 defense is in, +1 attack as well, which almost negates the Magyar's upgrades here. However, Athenice getting the +2 defense immediately here, meaning that the Magyar's knights, once they pop out, are effectively better until only you gets until Lockstas gets the attack upgrade. But lacking +2 or not, it's 23 knights to 3 here for Lockstas. That earlier cast stage with the Berbers just really paying off here. And I think this could end rather quickly for Mamlasi here, looking at the progression, because they're taking losses on all sides. Even some stray knights from Lockstas here, punishing Athenice at pocket position here, losing 7 villagers. And also, more importantly, keeping the first few knights at home here for the orange player. Third town center up for Lockstas here. 2 town centers for Athenice, so that limits raid potential for Lockstas a little bit here. But now it's Haru taking the 2v1 beating here, and there's not really any pockets cavalry to help out. And Superman can't help out either because he's been losing a lot at home game here. GFG. Classic typo there. 2-0 for French Collection here, putting up a good show in the being the top bracket winner as well, so might to be considered favorites here, of course. Alright, so browsing through the stats here, we could toggle these graphs again, just to show the progress. Look at everyone getting the uptimes very comparable here, and the double bits at the same time as well. Pockets getting course color fairly early. But then the upgrades here, everything, especially the castle age, well ahead for the Berbers here, which is really bad news for Mamlasi. Trying an extended field age with the Magyars there, but French Codex also right through it, and they'll we'll move on to another home map pick for Mamlasi here. Let's bring up the maps again. Left with Cenotes and Desert Void as their maps to come. Not a single villager lost for Max or Lockstas this game. Alright, let's see if we can find the, what should we call it? The code for the next game. I think we got it. It's gonna be Cenotes or Desert Void. And yeah, they didn't switch it yet. Let's go to the draft and toggle the sims used here. Lockstars winning with Britain, Berbers, and Vietnamese. While Haru's team were playing the Magyars pocket, the Vikings flank, wherever they might be, and Ethiopians busted there as well, unfortunately. Very, very good raids by the Vietnamese player on French Connexion. 2-0 for French Connexion so far. We're anticipating the next game. So it's gonna be Desert Void. Nice. So for Desert Void, I've seen Burgundians picked there because it's a map that's easily closed. I can see Lithuanians working out as well with the food boost to boost their starting game. Even further so if you manage to lame as well. But I'm kind of envisioning Burgundians pocket here, Saracens flank, to break through these palisade walls on either side, the homemade walls, and maybe even Malay with the faster uptimes to be exploited there. Desert Void at first glance kind of looks like a towers or men at arms towers maps, but the stone is really scarce on the map, so it's going to be tough. So I'm going to go with Burgundians, Saracens, and Malay for this one. Whereas Haru's team, I'm guessing they're saving Franks for Cenotes or some other open land map. So let's say maybe Teutons, since it's a semi-closed map, this one. And I'm not discouraging Khmer on flank for some early archers or even scouts shenanigans, and Mayans. Mayans probably for Cenotes as well. Let's say Teutons pocket. Could be Bulgarians with Krepos and towers in mind and the instant militia upgrades. Or even Ecumens to break through with feudal siege or just mass huge numbers. We'll see. Let's just assume they've launched by now, and since they picked the map, and we'll catch up. Yeah, they might not have launched yet, actually. All right. Oh, there it is. Just try again. This is what is kind of a slow start in a way, so we won't be missing out on match in the early game unless they go for lanes, which might happen. Wonder why this keeps happening. Let's search 3P and see if we can find it. I'll just restart the game. It usually helps with these issues. Show me the game. Here we go. There we go. Pretty sure I need to download. Ah! We made it! And I got Khmer right, kind of, and the rest, and the Saracens, and then the rest is no comment. I screwed up most of the teams here. Here we go. We are at the third game between these two teams, French Connexion versus Mamlasi. This is Desert Void. Let me fast forward to make sure I am live here. And we should be on our way. So it's called Desert Void for a reason. It's desert. It's all desert. And whatever is not around your starting Oasis, TC, whatever, it's a void. It's just some small, tiny patches of stone here. And that's about it. And relics, obviously. How many? 7 relics total. As opposed to the 1v1 versions of this map, though, there is potential for trade in team games, so you could secure the corners and get trade rolling. So even when everything runs out, you'd still be able to sustain fighting through trade. But generally speaking, I favor 1 TC all-in plays on this map, and it can be rewarded because, as you can see, everything except for the side golds is around your starting TC. Laming could be huge on this map, so we'll keep a small eye out for the scouting here, but these guys seem to be on the nicer side of things. They're not really moving straight out for the Rhino lane. So let's start with French Connexion for this one. We have only you with the Chinese here on flank, going to play the archers probably. Knights, scouts, archers, knights, crossbow meta. And Chinese starting with 3 extra villagers, but we need to go straight to the food to compensate for starting with 0 food. And 28 seconds idle time. You'll always have some idle time with Chinese, and this is definitely a good start for our teal player here with the Chinese. Going to keep that villager's lead for the time being. 11 villagers, as you can see, and there's already Loom in as well. Chinese upgrades cost less as you advance through the ages, so it's easier to make tech switches as Chinese or just generally afford the appropriate upgrades. So certainly a strong economic civilization for that reason. Mainly the bonus villagers you don't need to train, being one of the biggest ones, of course. Logstas with the Indians pocket for this one. I mean, there aren't any hills on this map, but you could still go cavalry archers if you feel like it, of course. But I'm guessing we're going to see scouts into camels here for our green friend. It's easy to close off this map, so we'll see the players very likely walling either to the edge of the map or just between the woodlines to keep their base nice and compact and go fast castle. Finally, Saracens for Max over here is going to play the archers, I'm pretty sure. Saracens archers have bonus damage against buildings, so it's deceivingly easy for Saracens to break through enemy walls, even stone walls when you have crossbows masses in the Castle Age. Saracens to break through at a decent pace. Thanks for the follow, UUX899. Haru moving out now, might be looking for some important scouting intel here. Could actually have sniped the walling builder if it gone straight in this direction as well, but might not want to sacrifice scout HP here. It's the Mongols, which tells me he might go for an early uptime here. Could go so as low as 17, 18 pop archers, and even though that's very all-in, it might be rewarded. Oh, he might find it. He might find the walling builder. Oh, Max! Does Max react? Get it! Nice! I think that's a kill. I think that's a kill for Haru. He could just block the builder if the builder tries to run away here. Could go run in front, block, or just commit. Oh, quick wall attempt there from Max. Max! Gonna lose the builder there. Nice! Taking some scout HP there, of course. Haru will run away and try to escape the worst damage here. And maybe running towards a friendly PC or to meet up with either of the teammate scouts here. Oh, why is Superman's scout so weak? Did he have a fight as well with Teal, maybe? Or did he snipe a builder? I'm confused. Did I miss a lane here? No. Still a rhino as well. Haru flaring the middle location. 19 pop up for Haru, by the way. I don't think it's going to be the scout. Here comes the barracks. 3 on gold. Yeah, straight archers. 19 pop straight archers for Haru. I like that. As they're pausing again, maybe for lag issues. But back to the Sibs. Khmer pocket here for Athenais. Fairly easy to go straight fast castle on this map. Khmer can even hide in houses if they need to. So, strictly speaking, Athenais doesn't necessarily need to full wall to pull off the fast castle. If that's the plan. And but since Haru is going for feudal age aggression, it could be that Athenais wants to boost that with some Khmer straight scouts actually, but no uptime suggesting that. Superman going 21 pop up with the Incas here. Wood disposition quite regular here, so that basically means that Superman will be probably be going for the straight archers as well. Going to gold here for Lockstas as well. Straight fast castle, most likely. No sign of any feudal age progression for deep pockets here. Looks like Athenais has a lead here in terms of builder situation as well, seeing as the idle time is a slight bit higher for the green pocket here. Oh, Haru is actually gonna did get some help from Superman here, so Haru is going to win this scout fight here. He has the feudal age advantage obviously as well, and tanking some HP off Max. Max is going to lose the starting scout here and be left without ability to scout what's happening here. He's seen the uptime though, that could still suggest scouts from the Mongols, but being on the flank with the Mongols here certainly suggests the archers play, so we'll see. But now it's going to be on Lockstas here to scout what's going on the enemy side and to deny or confirm that Haru is going for the feudal archers here. 27 pop up for Athenais here, shouldn't be a huge issue avoiding the straight fast castle, I think. Maybe might need a few more farms, but we'll see. Did push all the deer though, so shouldn't be a big issue. Eagle Scout taking a loss there, so good trade for only you here, seeing the double ranges. And Scouts are going down left and right here. There's in fact only 4 scouts left of the starting scouts from the players here, so no early aggression possible anymore with the combining of scouts like we see in the previous 2 games. Nice little spot of Haru there to see the faraway hunt here. Might be one place he wants to hit with the first archers, and this woodland as well. Does Haru see that? He sees that's been chopped. So the first few Mongols archers will probably camp in this little area here and at the very least force Max to relocate. Atonais, as expected, going straight Castle Age here with Khmer. Not a single building needed, so will, as a result, probably have fewer on wood as well. 9 on wood. However, Lockstad's going Castle Age at 25 pop here. Having to needing to place the blacksmith market, that delays it a bit, of course, but the overall uptimes are somewhat comparable still. Haru's just hanging around over here, maybe trying to deny a little bit of the hunt income there, forcing a reaction. Being plain annoying. Double ranges here for the Mongols. I feel like feudal age aggression is scary here. It's really going to delay the Castle Age transition for Haru here. Superman going feudal age aggression as well, but that's the case for the Chinese player here as well. 7 archers to 8 archers, very much comparable numbers here, and they both have... Wait, yeah, they both have fletching as well. Perks of being the Chinese, though, cheaper upgrades, horse color coming in for only you over here. Castle Age in particular, stables, double stables in place, and only 7 farms though, so it's just going to boost those early knights numbers until Atonais can get production rolling here. Doesn't stress the walls, but you usually don't need to do that in pocket position either. But it's Mamlasi with the aggression here now. French Conixo, 2 villagers behind, but also transitioning to the Castle Age for the blue player. The Saracens here might or may not have used the market here. Sold the stone indeed, as did only you as well. They're going to play 1 TC here. So that's dangerous, because in 1 minute, well, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, Max is going to have crossbow Bodkin, and Haru is stuck in the feudal age for a while longer, lacking quite a bit of food to make that click up with the Mongols, and no real damage done there. Look at these 2 archers going to this woodland though. I love that. That is going to force Lockstad to relocate the lumber camp here, most likely. And yeah, weak spot in the woodland there for Haru to deal some proper damage. Top side, Superman is peeking about here on the Chinese side as well, seeing closer to the Castle Age for the Chinese here, some savings on the resources for upgrades, making the Castle Age transition a bit easier. 1 kill there for Superman though, so aggression working out, confirmed. Could also cap this lumber camp here with some archers, like Haru did on the other side. Oh, where? Here? Oh! Well, that's unfortunate. Haru finds a way in here. He's joined by the knights now. This is going to be crucial. They have to engage now. They have to engage before crossbow and bodkin for Max here in the blue. Just pick off as many archers as possible, and Max will be left with no army to defend. Lockstas with the first few camels out as well, though, matching the Khmer numbers to some extent here. +1 defense, but +2 defense coming in for Lockstas here. Castle Age getting close for Haru as well, just a tiny bit of food away from clicking up here now, as we have a 2 vs 1 situation developing in the south here. Oh, splitting up the armies. I don't think that's a good move by Atenais here to try to raid, even if it's just 5 knights here. They are going to be caught up with the camels here, and Max now has the crossbows for the few units he has. He'll be able to deal with the archers nice and easy here, but the archers can't help picking off camels. I guess Haru wants to pull away here, get to the cast stage, salvage the numbers, and re-engage once crossbow is in. Lockstad's now tracking the Khmer Knights here. Production at a halt for Atenais for the time being. Extending into more farms now. We'll be able to get that production back up soon as the farming eco kicks in here. Second TC for Lockstad, so he is going into a bit of a boom here with Indians. That could be beneficial for the very late game. And Max with the crossbows now taking the opportunity to get some hits in on Haru's armies, or at least track the archers movement here. We are still 38 seconds away from the cast late for the Mongols, so this could be very bad for Haru's forces. Even if he has the numbers, he doesn't have the range to keep up with the Saracens here. And Saracens crossbows, they can slay buildings on their own, even though Max is adding forward siege here as well. He could easily cripple the production potential of Haru here. I can still see Haru beating this back though, with the cast stage kicking in and crossbow Bodkin with better numbers than the Saracens player here. Superman with some forward siege as well, but at the risk of losing some numbers before crossbow Bodkin here. Camels and Knights numbers very comparable here. Guess the RB situation is slightly better from Mamlasi here, and archers chasing archers, camels chasing knights. Upgrades a slight issue here though, plus 2 defense for the camels, plus 1 defense for the knights. But knights in the superior mass here, yeah, we'll deal with this. We'll deal with these small numbers of camels here, no problem. Max has the benefit of using the market here if he needs to adjust the economy somehow, buy wood for siege weapons, or sell food for gold. Will we see a big splatter shot here now? That's a decent hit, but nothing too crazy. No Britain's range anymore. We've spent Britain's in the draft, so Haru can just dodge the Mangonel by running further away here. He won't be receiving the pocket help because the pocket is busy up here. Fighting together with Superman against the enemy forces. Mamlasi with the villager lead, 11 villagers lead for Mamlasi, and Wheelbarrow not for any player just yet. The overall numbers slightly ahead for Superman's team, but nothing too crazy. I would say that Knight Crossbow is a stronger combo than Camel Crossbow though. Max now splitting up the archers. Max obviously a solid flank player here. Plays the archers role consistently here. Good production behind everything. 2 Mangonels forward as Haru is losing production capabilities. And he only has 1 TC, so if this TC goes down, Haru will need to rebuild it somewhere else. And if you lose your starting position, you don't really have anywhere to flee. Third TC for Lockstas here. As the fight keeps going on in the north here, they managed to cripple the Khmer Knights numbers here. So French Connection now establishing a military lead here. They're slightly behind in the economy, but Lockstas is going to compensate for that with a triple TC boom as opposed to Mamlasi just now having 1 player dropping their second TC. Good pocket engagement here from Atenais though, taking out one of the 2 Mangonels of Max, who keeps taking out Haru's precious artillery ranges here. But we'll be losing the forward now soon enough, since the Knights could just run in and snipe this Mangonel. Plus 2 defense missing for the Knights, so it's a big deal here when against crossbow play, but the crossbow mass not large enough for Max here yet to deal with even 3 Knights easily. Not when Haru has his own crossbows here. Incas, Superman with the Incas here pushing inside the only use base here now, and as you can see, Loxtas is busy trying to get raid in on Adonais' side and helping out in the south here. We'll need to consider pulling back north here or just leave only you to defend and try not to die here. I guess guard tower defense could be an option here, even though you would need to buy stone or mine stone for the towers. Only you might in fact be looking for the stone now to find some to get a defensive castle up. Siege push strong on this map because you know that the players won't, in most cases, won't have been mining stone to get the castle up. So if you push with Siege, the best, most efficient stopper from one angle is to get the defensive castle up, and that's just not an option here. Ooh, splatter shot from Max there by Haru splitting, but taking some more HP losses here. Numbers evening out. 12 versus 12 crossbows with a mangonel here as well. Good aggression on the top side though, +2 finally coming in for Adonais here. They're slightly behind in score, but nothing of significance here. Good raids on the Chinese player here. However, Max will be pushing back in the south side here as well in the 1 versus 1 situation versus Haru here. See Haru dropping the defensive. Siege Workshop now wants to tear down the forward buildings with the rams. Oh, that could have been an epic mangonel shot there. 12 versus 25 camels are here to help. Maybe it's not as bad for Only You as it looks. Only You is in fact top score here. Ballistics coming in for Max. That is matching the already in ballistics for Haru as well. The camels, I'm not sure if they deal with these knights or not, but lots of the armies are weakened here. And only you could clean up the weakened knights with the crossbows as well as another group of units come forward here. I have no idea why the game is suddenly fast forwarding here. Could be lag issues, could be something. Who calls the GG? French Connection take the win yet again here. I didn't toggle the fast forward. I don't know what happened there. Must be some bug, but that is the third win for French Connection, and Banblasi going to have to play Cenotes next as it is their last home map. Yeah, Noobcaster here not seeing the big raids on Adonais' pocket position. Never rolled the back here, tries for a second DC here, but that gets denied, and I guess that's the deciding factor. It really cripples the knight production, and 28 camels to 5 knights here. No chance for Adonais to keep up here. So we're gonna toggle through the stats yet again here. We'll have a look at the uptimes and the military. The KD should be of interest here. Only you with 99 to 58. Even taking a heavy beating. Maybe they over-focused on the Chinese player top side here, allowing raids from Loxtas on the Khmer pocket side. Superman 45-72 did lose Archer Mass multiple times there against the Chinese, so only you may or may not be the superior Archers player. Look at the resource collected, it's so similar. I've never seen anything like that with 17,000 for every player. But I guess that's what happens when most players stay 1 TC throughout the early stages. Nice castle for the Khmer here. That +2 coming in very late though, not ideal when playing against Archers. Alright, we'll be waiting for the next matchup here. Let's see, Indians, Saracens, and Chinese being spent here for Loxtas. While we had Khmer, Mongols, and Incas for Haru's team. Where are the Incas? That's the next lobby. Well, it's going to be Cenotes next. I'm seeing Franks, Mayans, Portuguese or Bohemians here for Haru's team. While wouldn't be too surprised to see Lithuanians here. Lithuanians, Byzantines, Sicilians maybe could be a decent flank, honestly. Lithuanians, Byzantines, and then Malay, of course. Yeah, good archer civ. Lithuanians, Byzantines, Malay maybe. I'll be right back. I need to make a quick bathroom break, but while we're waiting for the next game to pop up here, be right back. Okay, we're back. Assuming they might have launched at this point. Maybe not. Maybe still discussing civs. Well, try again. Okay, so I know they launched. I just checked Logstar's stream to see if they're Add it over there. Score is 3-0 for French Connexion. We're facing some tough resistance here. I might need to... I don't know why did I get the wrong gold or something? Let's try again. Here we go. Nice. Yeah, they're facing some tough resistance, for sure. And here we are. Catching up with the light. I'll give the pocket the orange again so we can tell the difference here. And Cenotes is the map. We have Malasi versus French Connection. As you can see, French Connexion 2, mind you. They are ahead. 3-0. So it's going to take a solid reverse sweep here from Malasi to get back to it. That kind of messes with your head when you know you're behind like this. But... oh, did I actually try to play, maybe? I'm just gathering some intel here. Yeah, anyway, let's have a chat about the saves here. We have only you with the Aztecs in the pocket spot here. Going to play the Aztecs archers for flank, probably. Aztecs have access to arbalists, but I don't think they have plumbering, and they're also missing the last armor, so they are not the first pick you'll have for flank, but they still have amazing economy, carrying more resources from the very get-go. So that's one to keep in mind. Loom just kicked in there for only you, maybe to compensate a bit for lack of food to Q villagers. Or was it to go to the feudal age? It was to go to the feudal age. So we're already on the way to the feudal age for everyone here. Aztecs for only you. In the pocket spot, Lockstas playing as the Hounds. I can already see that being dangerous, seeing how he's performed from pocket position earlier on here. Scouts fight, but Lockstas is going to win that one over Athenais here, diminishing the HP and maybe even killing the initial scout of Athenais here. So the Franks pocket pick, yes, stronger scouts, but with the comparable uptimes here and the stronger population for the Huns player. The Lockstas is in a good spot here. He also has 20% faster working stables as the Huns, so we'll be able to contest the Franks. If not in strength, so in numbers. Nice work denying or delaying the barracks a little bit here from Max, who is by the way playing as the Tatars. Probably going to play archers into crossbows and maybe eventually cavalry archers here. We'll see. Cenotes always has woodlands around your starting location. Kind of comparable to Desert Void, except it's not a void across the map, of course. So it's easier to wall than Arabia, I'd argue. So let's see how they fare for this one. Bags with 3 on gold, suggesting straight archers. These stables should be going up for the pockets, and 2 scouts in queue for Lockstas here. And what's going to be interesting here is to see the progression bars here, to see the 20% faster working stables of the Huns. It might actually catch up with this one in queue time, at least almost. So Lockstas, because of the faster working stable, is going to be able to keep up with the French, or Franks, sorry, production. Blacksmith going up here from Max, double ranges for the Tatars. Tatars have extra heal damage as well. For Mamblasi, by the way, we have Franks pocket and Italians and Mayans flanks. So fully upgraded arbalest for both flanks for Mamblasi, which could play into their favor in this matchup, even though they might be a bit demotivated being down 3-0 at this point. 5 scouts for Huns, 4 scouts for the Franks, to be expected, with the overall production speed being faster for the Huns. Lockstas will be hesitant to engage here because in equal numbers the Huns will, the Franks will have better hit points, 216 to 180 here, but here comes the 5th one. And might see a run in here, or we might not. It's 5 scouts to 6, so a good consistent production from Atenais here, unless he has 2 stables, which I don't think is the case. Could definitely chase here, and will have assistance from Haru's archers as well. Yep, they're gonna go engage on the Tatars here now. What's the Tatar situation? 8 archers, but ganging up with the Hunnic scouts here. 7 scouts to 8, still a numbers lead for the Franks, which is good news for the Franks, having the 20% extra hit points. But still a point of entry potentially possible over here. No! You can't build on the shallows, so they could actually enter here. That's going to build it down for Max. Good aggression from Ablasi here now. They're gonna go for a 2 vs 1 on the Tatars, while on the top side here, Superman is taking the hill and matching the numbers of the Teal Aztecs player here. In fact, outmatching with a few more archers for the Italians. I think Superman went up at a lower population since the Italians have a 15% discount going up through each next age, giving the Italians an advantage moving into the Castle and Imperial Ages for a power spike in terms of numbers there as well. Alright, Woodland taking a hit here from Max. He doesn't have an escape because the scouts are here as well, and Lockstas is joining in with the Huns scouts here now to take a decent engagement. What's the archers numbers like? 14 archers for blue, but he's also counter-attacking. While both of the armies of Bangladesh are up north in his base. I'm not sure who this is better for. 5 villagers lost for Max here. This is a resemblance of the first game on Arabia, where Max also took a heavy beating in the feudal age, but was allowed to come back through great efforts from his teammates to keep up the pressure and allow the reboom and recovery of eco. But more scouts here now for Lockstas. That's crucial in this fight here. Haru will be losing some numbers as well. Only 6 archers left for Haru, and Max losing a very minimum of numbers of archers here. You might even break through here. Yeah, gonna get some good snipes there from Max. That's bad news for the Frank scouts here, even though they might pick off some archers here. Yeah, Lockstas needs to come over here right now. Is chasing the remaining scouts of Atenais here, as Max hopes to find a point of entry in the shallows here, but not quite succeeding there. Equal numbers fighting here. It's going to come down to micromanagement potential here, as the scouts are... Max is actually tracking the orange scouts there, not the green player, so good efforts to keep an overview of the armies here. This is where the main action is, where on the right hand side only you is going to go for one of those raids again. We might see something like the Serengeti game over again here on Superman's side. Superman reacting instantly here, pulling the builders back from the gold. Might just lose one builder here, pulling his own archers back to potentially engage here. The numbers are in favor of the red player, in fact. So should be a good trade. Oh, he's blocking the exit for the teal player. The teal is going to not get the same value as the previous game here from the raids. Did only get 1 builder impact. Max has lost 8 builders as well. Behind this, though, we have Castle Age on the way for both Lockstas in the Huns pocket. Significantly behind the Franks, actually. 50 seconds behind. And... also, only you with the Aztecs moving up here, but did lose Archer's Mass. Oh, nice quick stone walls from Haru here. Haru might almost manage a trap here. Gets a tower up on the gold. Forces the archers to move away, of course. But now I think this is just a cue for French Coalition to either keep moving and go hit the pocket, which they probably shouldn't, because Castle Age will kick in any moment here. Or just pull back and wait for the crossbow upgrade for the Tatars. And we see that Castle Age is quite close here, looking at the progress bar of the food and gold. There we go. That's the Castle Age click from Max as well. All of French Connection will be in the Castle Age shortly. Superman attempting to look for some damage on the top side here, but only you is camping behind the walls at home base here, and only has 30 seconds to go for the Castle Age now. Will have crossbows well ahead of Superman, who doesn't get full optimization of the Italians' cheaper uptimes here to beat the Aztecs to the next stage. Second TC coming up here for the Franks, Castle Age for the Huns as well, but Logstas mirroring that, placing the second TC on the wood and gold. Fantastic TC spot here, honestly, covering both wood and gold like that. I guess that Castle Age timing didn't matter all that much for Superman in the end. Superman has better numbers, having taken out Only U's numbers earlier on here, but Only U has that Aztecs eco, while Italians don't really have a lot of economic bonuses going on for them. Oh, that's dangerous. These builders, they're going to get sniped. No, they're not. That's a weird. I mean, it's a way to assume the hill here, so I'm all for that. We have the knights to defend this university going up as well, but why not at home base to close the entry for enemy raids here? As you see, the walls here, both for okay, it's a team wall attempt maybe, but yeah, very much exposed to raids from Logstas in the pocket here, the team Mamlasi. Currently, at least. If they complete the team wall, I guess they'll be alright, but they really have to keep the aggression up now so as not to fall victim to raids from Logstas, especially in the pocket, who has proven a very solid pocket throughout all of these games, always outmassing the enemy pocket. No, slight HP advantage here from Mamlazi, and the upgrades for the Knights comparable. They have similar upgrades overall. However, Superman is lacking the defense for the crossbows. Doesn't seem to make a difference here. I think I like the engagement of Mamlazi here. They are evening out the ability numbers. They are establishing a tiny eco lead here as well, and they're keeping up the pressure on the Aztec side here, not allowing only you to counter-attack and raid like in the previous game on Serengeti. Pax, however, on the offensive here with the Tatars crossbows, they get Thundering instantly, and upgrade obviously benefiting cavalry archers play as well, something we might see later. 3 ranges here for Max, but I guess most of the archer players are on 3 ranges at this point. Haru taking some hits here, 6-7 is the eco KD, getting the eco crippled here. Most of the flanks, all of the flanks staying one town center for now, which is not too uncommon in the flank position as you want to mass up the crossbows before extending economy. Haru with the home field advantage though has 3 ranges to produce from here with Zambians. He has cheaper crossbows as well, 20% cheaper crossbows in the Castle Age here for Haru, and again, we see Max making the most of the armies he will be losing anyway. He's trying to train as many villagers as humanly possible here, and taking a tiny lead over Haru here. Haru, however, much lower idle TC time, and than Max, keeping the villager numbers somewhat comparable still. Oh, but what's going on top side here? Superman idling the goal of only you here, and the Knights is here with the Knights as well. Only 9 Knights on the field for Logstas here, not able to keep up with the Franks mass. Here. Yeah, that's some good aggression on the Aztecs here. However, Lockstas is completely untouched in pocket position. 0-0 is the KD. I guess both bomb pockets have been untouched here, and Franks with a better boom this time around. 62 builders to 63, but 3 TCs for Atenais. So as long as Atenais is able to keep these TCs running somehow, the Franks player should be at an advantage here. There's always that faster working stables of the Huns to be reckoned with, though. As Haru moves out here to raid on Max's home base here. Max doesn't have any army at home whatsoever. Lockstas can't help because he's over here trying to salvage what's left of only you at the right-hand side. So Mamlasenov establishing a good 50-60 total population lead here and never letting go of the pressure on only you's side here. Another little group of these Tatars to raid here. Plumbering has the archers fire faster on non-moving units and finds over chop. Are you kidding me? It's going to slaughter the whole wood line here of Haru. So both flanks here are fighting each other. They're trading builders. Haru, however, taking more losses here. Having that Mayans eco might compensate for the losses though, but Max is forced to relocate here. It's going to go to a very exposed gold in between the players here. And I don't even know who is getting the better trades here anymore. Max losing builders as well, but he does not have Mayans economy to help him here. And it's going to take more losses here because Max doesn't have armies at home to deal with this pressure. No defensive siege workshop. Ballistics is in, but that's the case for Haru as well, so no significant advantage here. They're both killing so many builders up each other. 23, 27, 27, 25. Such amazing raids here. Now look at the Hunt's cavalry though. Again, we're seeing Lockstas here with lower idle TC time overall and able to mass these units now. The economy is beginning to kick in. The third TC in the making here now for Lockstas, and going to keep up with the production of Atenais here, who is currently producing out of 2. Not sure if this mass can contest this alone, probably not, but that Manganov will be going down, of course. No builders lost still at home for Lockstas, but that goes for Atenais as well, so both pockets untouched here in terms of economic losses. Another wave of crossbows here, but Haru seems to have the numbers advantage here. I think Haru has been holding nicely here, all things considered. 37 builders to 36 here. So things somewhat similar between the Tatars and the Mayans, but Mayans' economy obviously better. Defensive siege workshop for Lockstas here. I think he will be able to quick wall this out. He's going to drop a couple of houses here, potentially. No, he deletes his barracks to let the knights in. He pulls the units away, and finally, Lockstas is the one going to take a hit here. But this fight, though, look at the knights' numbers: 31 to 17. Crossbows. He didn't get that siege workshop up, which is good news for Superman. Good deny on the siege workshop here. But he doesn't really have any friendly crossbows to help out here either. He'll have to deal with these raids on his own. The good thing here is that Superman's crossbows are a bit away from the cavalry masses of Lockstas here, who still keeps that cavalry superiority, at least at home base here, but the Franks numbers are catching up. Husbandry coming in for Lockstas there. I'm not sure if Atenais has it, but this is not a fight that Lockstas wants to take alone here. He needs some kind of ranged initiatives from his friends here to more comfortably take this fight. Atenais is going to lose lots of the knights here, and that's not all of the knights of Atenais forward either, so maybe, just maybe, Lockstas actually cleans this up. He's seeking refuge near the TCs as well, obviously getting idled a lot here. But succeeds in cleaning up here, 2 stables still producing, and now the cavalry number is not enough to support or protect the 30 crossbows here. However, Lockstas also doesn't want to engage here because he doesn't have the cavalry numbers needed to clean up these 30 crossbows, I think. With the Franks cavalry out of the way here, though, we'll be seeing Max joining in with the crossbow masses here. I don't know what happened to these guys, but they got focused down from the hill with the Tatar's hill bonus here. And coordination here between blue and green would mean a good fight against the current forward of Athenites and Superman. Imperial Age all the way for Mamlasi here, both for Superman and for Athenites here, so that could be a very sensible power spike. They time their raids on Lockstats really well here, really setting back the progression to the next age for the green player here. Ah, you're right, this Hansi can't house wall. Getting late here already. Another stable for Logstas here is low on gold, but he has 36 gold miners, so that shouldn't be an issue here. 30 crossbows here, Imperial Age 145 on the way here for Superman, so Superman has to be careful here not to lose mass before the Imperial Age here, of course. Same goes for the Pocket Knights of Athenites here, of course. 4 stables to 3 stables producing here currently, but Imperial Age just about to kick in for Athenites, allowing for plate barding armor and Cavalier to kick in not too long here. Oh, that's unfortunate. I want to set up trade here now on Mamlazi, but this villager, yeah, survives. Only you is here with archers to help clean up. Triple army mass here now. Army numbers identical. Mamlasi 40 villagers ahead, so I have to give Mamlasi the edge here, given the current situation. Arbalists to become for Superman here soon enough, but GG is called. Mamlasi starting to prepare the reverse sweep here. Actually, I didn't see Superman reaching Imperial Age, but I was only 9 seconds away. So good job at the last home map of Mamlasi here, and we'll see the first home map of French Connexion here. Let's have a look at the stats before we move on. 3-1. So French Connexion have Poor Lakes, Cargo, and Hideout as their home maps. Alright, just let me get a quick moment to pass along Cargo to the team captains here, just in case. Okay, we'll just await any updates on the game code. Let's go to the draft as well here to show that Logstas team, French Connexion, taking the first loss here with the Hans Pocket, the Tatars, and Aztec flanks. While Haru's team, they played with Frank's Pocket, Maya's flank, and Italian's flank. So, first home map of Team French Connexion. Still stuck at Celotes here, but we'll see what they bring up next. Uh. Right, let's speculate a bit here. We have three home maps. We have Four Lakes, Cargo, and Hideout. Four Lakes has to be Lithuanians, maybe Malians. Not unlikely Japanese, also a good hybrid map sieve. Burgundians, that's Hideout, I think. Spanish for Hideout, Byzantines for Hideout, which leaves us with Malians, Sicilians, and Koreans for Kaga. Well, I guess Koreans could be for Hideout as well, but we'll see. As for Haru's team, if it's Four Lakes, Persians is a given. As far as the rest of the civilizations go, I'm not sure. Portuguese, possibly. And you would have Bohemians as an honorable mention for flank, possibly. On the something. Oh, that's not what I want to do. So, for example, this. Working on the. I think you might see Karga here. I'm not sure, but I just sent them the map script so they can add it. Just gonna quickly try and explain the process here, so I need to find it on my own. Hope they'll work it out. Maybe we'll actually see a Karga game. Maybe we'll just chicken out and pick a regular map instead. Just updated the score command as well. There we go, they found Karga. Perfect. It's a Karga. Let me show the map. Let me show you. I think it should be described here in the mod center. Okay, I need to. Mhm. How do we search? Hopefully you can find it. Ah, here it is. Here we go. So it's very hilly. And there's a big lake in the middle. This eye here, it has lots of deep fish. I think it favors one TC play because it's yeah, kind of bumpy to get two TC spots in. There's lots of stone in the corners and stuff to take advantage of. Let's see what. Yeah, hope they can work it out. Yeah, they need to sort the colors, otherwise we're good to go. No, picking your favorite color for this one. I need to use the 126. 125, 246. Think that might have launched. Here we go. And we lost it. As always. As always. I think it could be something about the spec delay as well. That makes it harder to find the actual game. But here we go. Pretty sure we'll have to confirm a download here, and then there's a delay probably, which we might already be past because we waited a while to join in. But that's fine. Here we go. Let's have a look at Karga, ladies and gentlemen. They were told to play 135 246 for the positioning to work out, and it seems evenly disposed. There's a far distance between the players, but I guess this is the way Tech Chariot intended it to be. It's very hilly, but I think you could place foundations, building foundations, even if it's hilly. I think you could place like a barracks like this, but we'll see how that plays out. Honestly, I don't know this map all too well, because it's been in the pool all the way, and we've never seen it played until now. It's been banned consistently. Watering Hole, Karga, been banned consistently. Desert Void, seen play a couple of times. But to the map here, there's lots of stray resources in the middle, like some hunt, some berries. Not too easy to push this hunt, even though we have a horse to scout. I guess the horse can't can't push deer anyway. But yeah, I guess you could justify a mill here to take this hunt, long distance hunt, or. But main food source, I'm assuming we'll see some naval fighting here because there's fish, lots of deep fish here, lots of food in the middle here that they will have to fight over. Now looking at the Zibs. That's a nice with the Persians here. So not playing Persians for 4 lakes after all, but playing it for this map here. Persians, town centers and docks start working more quickly. In the feudal age, 10, 15 and 20% more quickly for the Persians. So they have an amazing fish boom if they can get these things sorted, of course. I'm just going to keep an eye out for the sheep here, if the players are able to get their eco started. Doesn't look like any bugged sheep here. Just need to scout near and wide to get out there. Persians start with extra food and wood as well, so they could dock earlier. I don't know why Haru is going all the way out here. That seems awfully far, but I'm sure there's a reasoning behind it. Back to the Sibs. We have Persians for Athenais here. On the right hand side, we have Haru in the pocket with the Poles, and Superman with the Portuguese to the left. Welcome, Raiders. Tech Chariot himself, the maker of this very map, sending in the raid. Your hair looks like wool. I don't know what to make of that comment, but yeah, that's currently here indeed. Thank you. I'll take what compliments I can get. Oh, it's lighting maybe. Anyway, back to the Sibs here. Portuguese dock over here, Byzantine's dock over here. Max with a Byzantine's flank, walling the left side. Wants to cover the left side here. That seems like a huge project to commit to, but not at all impossible. In the pocket, Sicilians for Lockstats. That actually makes for some potential transport ship masterpieces as well. Sicilians get a discount on the transport ship, 75% this, 75 wood instead of the 150, and also extra line of sight. Finally, indeed. That's a nice. Only one fishing ship here for now. Going Feudal Age, going to go for some early scouts here, presumably. And why not? Because if the sites aren't completely walled, scouts might have some merit to them. And it's not safe necessarily to wall here either. You can still transport units over. As we have a bit of a run-in on this side, I think they just cleared the location of the docks. Byzantines, faster firing fire galleys. Malians would discount on all buildings, making it easier to commit to water, but actually the Malians player hasn't docked yet. Oh, Sneak Villager! Sneak Villager hype! He even wants to lay the stone in the corner. No, that's a quick wall to escape the wildlife. So here they are sensing safeness on the right-hand side here for Athenice. But guess what? Only you managed to snake through. Maybe that was Haru's idea as well. Yeah. Well, it's walling, but I guess only you is gonna see that. He's gonna fight the villager and win it because he's gonna get the first hit here. Unless Haru flexes some serious quick wall skills. It doesn't! Eh? Didn't he see it? Weird. Anyway, naval investments here now. Fire galleys for the Persians. Athenice with the faster working docks will be getting the first 2 fire galleys out before Logstas can complete the 2 here. So, all the woodlands are forward on Karga. Indeed, everything is in the middle here. So that's exciting. Makes for some interesting engagement. Going in... I guess we can't say... No, this is French Connection's home map. First home map of French Connection. They won the first 3 games, then lost the last home map of Mont Blasi. So French Connection have all their home maps left. Engagement here, fire galleys versus fire galleys. Repair micro here for Logstas, and more docks going up here. Byzantine's going to produce the fire galleys as well, and they are firing faster. That's a Byzantine's bonus on water. In the meantime, double ranges here for only you, playing the Malians archers here, and Athenice has seen it. So preemptive tower, only is 1 gold tile here, but bear in mind the golds here, they carry more resources. A lot more, there's bigger tiles with extra stash on them. 3,000 gold. 3,000 gold, so it's not as bad as it looks. In fact, it's easier to, arguably easier to both lane and to say, oh, look at the save. Speaking of save, 1 HP fire galley being pulled away. Oh, pull it home! Pull it home for repairs! Superman with the aggression here as well. He's playing as the Portuguese, so he has a discount on the battleships or the naval armies, if I don't remember wrongly here. Solid aggression on water for Mamlasi. However, only you with the archers forward here is going to cripple the economy on land for Athenice here, who has a great eco setup here with the Persians. Gonna lose a villager there though, and but they are preserving the naval control here, so that makes for a good fish boom potential for Team Mamlasi here. Haru hasn't been docking at all. Haru is relying on land economy and the folwarks providing some quick food here. Demos in the queue for Lockstas here, and also some more fire galleys. So there's still comeback potential here if Mamlasi have a slip in attention here with the demolish. Oh, that's a bad trade. 1 for 1. Not good at all. But that's a better one. We can need 3 fire galleys in one shot there. Demos were red as well. 3 demos, in fact, could easily switch up the numbers here. 15 to 14 is the military count, but keep in mind that quite a few of those are archers, and only you is playing this almost as you will landing play on islands, except it was a sneak villager, not a landing. But what does it matter when you can punish multiple opponents at the same time? Only you now going on the hunt for Haru here, who doesn't have any army at all of their own here. Haru, 31 villagers, gone to the top side for stone as well. Mining stone gives poles gold as well. Ooh, so that's why he picked poles here. Good pick. All of the stone in this map is just the dream scenario for poles. Could mine stone until in the end never run out of gold. Looks like Mamlasi are winning water here, so maybe they should also limit the investments on water now. They have it covered. They're going to take out the enemy docks and free up the fish boom, especially for the Persians here. But that's certainly going to benefit the production long term for the others as well. Stone walls here because the Poles are mining stone in the way. And so why not just stonewall the sides there? In fact, they are both doing so. No stone mining in the corners for French Connection just yet, though. Given the abundance of stone on this map, I could see this game going long, because we might see a lot of castles and stone walls here to protect aggression. Leave it to Tech Cherry to make a map with lots of stone, because he loves his stone walls. And we're seeing Byzantines in play here, so I'm sure they picked that just to tribute the map scripter here. Only you managing to get 6 villager kills here has fletching in, still sticking with the feudal age aggression. We'll have a hard time punching the poles though, because Haru will probably have stone enough for a castle in not too long. He places the first stable here and will pump out some knights to deal with the admittedly rather weak feudal age archers. They're playing this surprisingly chill, yeah. Stone walls on both sides for Mamlasi here. They're not taking any chances, and they won water, so French control, they can't really land the other side either. They have no naval control. Archer's doing work, but Haru is going to pull out the knights soon enough. Not sure how... Yeah, found a spot for a TC here, so you could definitely place additional TCs. Triple ranges, all in feudal for only you here now. Sitting underneath the tower here, taking off the gold of Athenais here, but there's another gold spot here being taken as well. Should be alright. But with TCs up and knights out for Haru, there's a very limited how much the feudal age archers will do here. They might find some more kills, but all in all, I'm peppering Mamlasi here for the time being. They've secured the land sides with the stone walls, so French Connection, they would have to use siege to break through here. Do they even know that? Yeah, they've seen the stone walls. And how about the landing villager of Teal, or land sneak villager rather? Sneak villager here. No sneak build as far as I can tell from Mamlasi, and French Connection, they're just gonna boom this out there. They're investing into land economy instead. Mamlasi not with a crazy lead here, considering that Haru didn't dock at all yet, I think. But look at the fish boom from Superman, going ham with the fish here. And now the transport. Oh, nice. No careening yet, so only room for 5 units here, but obviously enough to pull over. And don't tell me only you is gonna spot the transport here. It's gonna snipe the transport ship. No, it's not. Could be for monks. Could be. Portuguese monks, you don't mess around with those. Persians, player making knights here as well. The archers sitting underneath the tower here, but the Persian knights have bonus attack against archers as well, so that's an easy cleanup for Athenice here. Cancellation just halfway there for only you, so only you will lose all its mass here, but arguably has had value as well, like killing 17 villagers here and still keeping some archer numbers intact here, dodging the knights' aggression. Stone walls for French Connexion here now, but they might be subject to a transport masterpiece soon enough. Archers being kidnapped by the Persian knights here, of course, and the remaining archers. Yeah, they're not gonna get too far. I guess they could move to the corner here and find the stone and snipe the stone mining villagers here, but that's only 2 for Haru here. Nothing too crazy just yet. 4 TCs for Lockstats here. Is he gonna go First Crusade or something? He's happily benefiting from the Sicilians' mining bonus. They're still not in the corners here. Don't think you can place a TC here until the stone has been mined. Villagers still alive. Oh, monks incoming for only you here, but it's too many knights, I think. Placing more ranges is going to make full use of that sneak builder. While on the other side here, we've had a landing with crossbows. That's a bit underwhelming. I was hoping to see some villagers drop a castle or something. But yeah, nothing's to stop Superman from transporting more units over with the Portuguese here, of course. I think we're setting up for a long game here as the teal horse, I was going to say scout, but it's a horse, finds the stone miners here. Good scouting up in the corner. Might punish that stone investment for the Poles here, as Haru drops a 3rd town center here. And still only has 2 villagers on stone up in the corner. Looking at the naval investments here, I'm not too confident in Momlasi's situation there. They're holding water, they're taking the fish, lots of deep fish here to benefit from, but they did invest a lot into it as well, something that French Connexion in the end didn't. They gave up on water rather easily, and now they're establishing a huge land economy here with... Okay, that's all the gold. All the gold mines around the map here. Such boomers, this French Connexion team. They are at 198 villagers to 170, and that is including the fishing boom of Mamlasi as well. So the actual villager count here is way ahead for French Connexion. Persian knights number is increasing, 15 knights for the Persians, 25 crossbows for Superman, and going Imperial Age here with the Portuguese. That's the food boost from the fishing here, I'm sure. Gonna transport over some knights as well. You have to get careening though to have room for more units here. You could transport all this force with careening in here, and that's coming in just now. Perfect. Could transport both knights and crossbows over here now, but you're gonna need some solid army investment to punish French Connexion at this point, as Lockstas will try to get back on water with the Sicilians here, or maybe just try a transport, I don't know. Taxi! We are unloading the units over here as Max is going to snag the relic in the corner. Some stone investment from French Connection here as well. We have Imperial Age on the way for Max for the Byzantines. Cheaper Imperial Age for the Byzantines and a siege workshop in the middle of the walls here. Going to try to ram through here to get some aggression down on the left-hand side here. Max, in the meantime, committing the armies to clean up on home side here. Did he manage to find the villager? Probably picked off the villager as well by now. And no sign of any stone miners being picked off here from Haru. 2 docks, that's not going to be enough for Logstas here to take back water. There are indeed fire galleys enough here to deal with the aggression. Maybe it's just a distraction. Fire ships trading surprisingly well here, but it's not going to be enough here for Logstas to salvage the situation. Rabs breaking through on this side, but I think the Portuguese player has more crossbows, twice the crossbows almost of Max over here, and still causing some uneasiness on land here as well, with Haru with some raiding forces here. And that Pole's Knights count is only going to increase once Haru gets a castle up and gets to the Slachta privileges, the unique technology for the Poles, to decrease the cost of Knights production to cost 60% less gold. Boomers! Dropping PCs on the hills here to secure further gold spots here. 3,000 in each gold spot here, so even though it looks like little, it's actually quite a lot. Arbalest is in for the Byzantines here, but so is the case for Soupman here, and Soupman actually outnumbered in this fight. Could take some economic losses here. I love the ram in front for Max as well, forcing Soupman to focus fire here. The capped ram incoming as well, and we're going to have a small trickle of rams coming from the blue player on the left hand side here. Defensive castle for only you here. No, not defensive, it's actually going to... Wait. That ship has stranded, and it's delaying the castle, but not delaying the inevitable here. As the Persian player is using transport ship here, doesn't have carrying in, so uses 3 transport ships to transport over lots of knights here. Could actually deny this castle, so you can't really quick wall on this terrain. So good awareness there from Atenais there to... No, that's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. It happens too late, sadly. And now transport ships with units inside will go down as well. So this is French Connexion's home map. We have all of them on the way to the Imperial Age now. Only Superman in the Imperial Age here for the red team. Trying to trade with a non-built market up here. I don't think they're going to struggle for gold anytime soon. Logstas having to clean up raids here, but he has knights of his own. He's matching the Persians' numbers. Shouldn't have any big issues here. And but this game is going to see a lot of knights, I think. With Poles going to spam out those knights. Byzantines, Arabs, Portuguese Arabs here, but is developing into a 2 vs 1 on the left hand side here between Haru and Superman, as Max fortifies the position here with another forward siege workshop and even getting the siege ram upgrade here. Wow! And with this castle up down here, only you could also drop some docks here. Malians have cheaper docks and try to get back on water, seeing as Mamlasi, except for the Portuguese player, now committed to land defense over here. Don't really have any naval investments running here, so there's definitely potential to take back water here for French Connexion, but is it worth it? There's not really that much deep fish left to benefit from that recovery. $49 ARBs to 27 here. Portuguese have 20% gold discount on any gold unit, but CH Ram is in as well. And Haru just now dropping a castle, going to the Imperial Age, which is a good sign, getting the upgrades for the Knights here as well, but will not be getting to that unique technology and Knight spam just yet. And I'm very puzzled as to why Haru has not been fish booming at all this game. And the winged hussars will arrive. True. That would be a response to our best play here of Byzantines trading the Polish Hussar Thrash unit with extra damage. Or trample damage even with the unique technology. Bonus damage against ranged units, but that's a scary mass of Arbalest to deal with. There's the unique tech for Haru, by the way. So it's now going to produce knights at a ridiculously low gold cost, 60% gold, 60% gold discount for the Poles on any and all cavalry, but the numbers are lacking for now. 6 stables producing, pumping out the numbers. Heavy camel for the Malians here to respond to that. But how do you keep up with that spam from the Poles once it kicks in? It might be harder than you think. They are missing the last armor upgrade though, so that sets back the cavalry spam a little bit. Portuguese taking a beating here as well. I think it's only 1 TC for Superman here, so that's a concern for sure. Let's 1 TC indeed, 1 castle as well, but that's about to go down. Not looking too pretty for the Poles here, as Loxtas is joining in with the Sicilians Knights here as well. And if he gets Hauberg, the unique technology from a castle he doesn't really have yet, but if he gets Hauberg, his Cavaliers will also have extra melee and pierce armor. GG well played is called, and the French Connection push is too much here. Adapting nicely to the map on their home map here for French Connection. They did give up on water, but they immediately insisted on land economy instead, and only you with the sneak villager up in the corner also did some significant early damage on land. So Bamlasi can never really keep up with the villager count, bringing in a variety of resources, not just the fish boom, which they maybe overemphasized the water. But the Sneak Wielder made a huge difference, 100% for sure. Team Maflasis, both scouts and knights are doing bonus against archery, that's true. Persian's team bonus, giving bonus damage against for knights against the archers, and Pole's bonus apparently giving scouts line bonus against archers. Let's have a look at stats. Congratulations to French Connection for taking this 4-1 win against Mamlasi in the best of 7 grand final of 3v3 fighters 1500 to 1650 bracket. Orgali coming in rather late there for Lockstas, but that was an attempt to take back water. They didn't quite succeed. Quite late, the unique technology here. Maybe Mamlasi's plan was crippled too much by the Sneak Villager. Only you here. Black Forest style Sneak Villager up in the corner, doing lots of damage on land. Amazing Archer's aggression yet again from Max here as well with the Byzantines Arbalists. Lots of such big booms here, and they defended well as well through the raids. Finally, the APM chart should show some serious activity here from Harvu, clicking on some hotkeys there to quick wall and produce I don't know what. What did at 400 here? Crazy. Alright, friends, that concludes the 1500 to 1650 final. I still have 4 finals left to cast. 2k plus, 1250 to 1500, 1000 to 1250, and 1800 to 2k when we get there. With that said, I think I'm going to call it at this one and pass you along to another cast. Dave is casting King of the Desert from one desert team map to another. And yeah, see you around hopefully for more finals. Maybe we'll get more cargo games as well. Thanks for watching. See you around and goodbye.